Hello and assalamu alaikum. This is Kashif Kamran, your tutor for the AA paper. We are having a session on tips and techniques for March 22 exams. And the focus today for tips and techniques is on how you should be preparing for the section A of the paper, which is worth 30 marks. Now, in terms of your preparing yourself for section A of the AA paper, let's see how you can do that in an effective manner. Now, when you're preparing yourself for the section A of the paper, which is about the OT cases and OT questions, and you look at the past papers available on the ACCA website, you will find an interesting scenario. When you look at the past papers available on the ACCA website, they start from March, June 18, which is the earliest one, and then they go down to a very latest one, which is September, December 21. So you have the old paper, the March, June 18, and you are reaching up to September, December 21. So that's in total 8 papers, right? So you have 8 papers on the website. Now, when you look at these 8 papers, only in one paper, which is right here, March, June 19, this one, the section A is published. Now you open the other papers, you will only find the constructed response questions, which is section B. You will not find the section A questions in any paper beside March, June 19. So only one paper, and you open the March, June 19 paper, and you look at the OT case and OT questions in that March, June 19 paper, and you do your self-practice, number one. Now, that one is very insufficient. Then what else will you do? How would you prepare yourself for OT cases? With just one question paper? Not at all. The second thing you have to do after you have done the March, June 19 paper from the ACC website, you go to the practice platform. I hope you're all familiar with the practice platform, right? You go to the practice platform and you go to the AA section. In the AA section in the practice platform, you will find the practice exam 1 and the practice exam 2. So both these exams, practice exam 1 and practice exam 2, contains the section A. So you can do the section A from practice exam 1 and practice exam 2. That will give you further confidence of the section A, further confidence of how to go with the OT case and the OT questions. So from the past papers on the website, which is in the PDF form, March, June 19 paper is the only one which contains section A. Then you shift towards the practice platform, and on the practice platform, you have a practice exam 1 and the practice exam 2, which is to be utilized for doing the section A. Now that means a total of 3 papers, 1, then 2, and then 3. Now is 3 sufficient? The answer again is no. At least you should have like 6 to 7 papers to be good on section A, because there is a lot of repetitions in the OT questions as well. Now, is there any solution besides this? Because you've seen the platform, we have seen the past papers. Now, is there any other solution to prepare section A? And the answer to this is yes. Let's see what that solution is. How to practice OT cases then when you have so less material available on the platform and on the past papers? Now, something you can do here is that you can utilize the examiner reports. Now, when you go to the AA website, you have examiner reports available. And the examiner reports contains a commentary of what the student has done good and what the student have done bad. It is something very good that you should read the examiner reports. If you have not yet read them, you still have some time before your exam starts on Monday. And you can just read like 3 to 4 examiner reports just to see what the examiner likes and what the examiner don't like. What is the criticism of the examiner and where the examiner appreciates the student. So it's like a constructive feedback of the examiner on a question by question basis on section A and on section B. So it is a good habit if you read examiner reports. If you've not yet read them, try to read at least 3 to 4 in the next couple of days before your exam. Now, when you download examiner reports from the website, you have so many examiner reports already available on the website. They start from December 18 and they go down to December 21. So that's like 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's like 10 examiner reports you have. Now, when you look at these 10 examiner reports, in every examiner report, you have been given section A and some selected OT questions. Just for example, if I open up an examiner report for you on your screen, which is the latest one, September, December 21. I hope you can see that in front of your screen, the September, December 21 examiner report. Just like this, you download the other examiner reports from the website. And in examiner report, you have a section A and section B both. So you click on the section A and you come to section A. In the section A examiner report, the examiner will tell us what the student do good and bad. But also in the examiner report for section A, you can find examiner is giving us some example of the case scenario. Examiner is giving us some examples of the OT cases and OT questions which comes in December 21 exam. So see, the examiner is giving you the case right in the examiner report. And then the examiner is telling us this was the question number 1. And this is what the question was asking you. So you can use it as a practice resource. You can read the case from the examiner report, and then you can look at the questions given in the examiner report and then think about the right answer. So see, the examiner is also telling us that what was the correct answer and the reason for that. So you can also know what was the right answer. So examiner is giving you another question here, the question number 2. Examiner is giving you another OT case. Examiner is asking you questions here, and you need to take in the right answer. And then the examiner is also telling you what is the right answer with basis. So if you can download the examiner reports, as many as possible, there are 10 available on the website. In every examiner report, certain number of OT questions are available. In some 3, in some 4, in some 5, or even in some like 1 and 2. But at least that will give you a practice. So examiner reports, and particularly the examiner reports of section A, contains some examples of the OT questions which have come in the past papers with the answer of the examiner. So that can really be a confidence booster for you. So I would encourage that you go to the AA website on ACCA, download the examiner reports, and try to go over the question and answer given in the examiner reports for your practice of the OT questions. So that is the practice of the section A. So what sources you have for section A practice? Number 1, in the past papers, only the March, June 19 past paper published on the website contains the section A. Then you have a practice exam 1 and a practice exam 2. So that's in total 3 now. And then you go to the examiner reports and you download the examiner reports and you read the section A. Start in the inverse order. So start from the latest examiner report. So that is from September, December 21, you take a start and you go this way up. So you do the latest one first. So even if you do the 5 or 6 latest ones, no need to do the December 18th and March 19th because they're very old. So start from September, December 21 and keep a target that every day up to Monday, how many examiner reports you will be doing for the section A. So that's how you can prepare yourself for section A of the AA paper. And that's how you can have a very good practice of the section A. So that is it for how you will be preparing yourself for section A. I'll be coming back with another tip of how you would be preparing for section B of the paper. Take good care of yourself. Goodbye and Allah Hafiz.